morning, guys. YouTube people, world, whoever, wherever. Driving back to work. It is Monday. Got some videos coming up. I'm gonna post this video today if it'll load or upload. But anyway, yeah. Got videos scheduled up to Wednesday, I think. And yeah, what a fun weekend I had. Basically just started off with I thought I was gonna rest, ended up having to go get a drive shaft for the truck. Didn't have to, but they were AutoZone was gonna ship it back. So they were going to ship it back to the vendor, and I'm like, I need it. So, yeah, so what day was Wednesday. Wednesday morning, had to go into town, pick up a drive shaft, came home, and did some exercising and stuff. Man, I can't even remember what I did. Oh, on the way home, you guys will see the video, but on the way home, my AC, whatever, HVAC, the blower motor went out. Yeah, I was just driving home and it just would shut off, so there'll be a video of that showing work only on like the 2 or 3 lower speeds, and then they would just shut off. Anyway, yeah, so got some lug nuts. Got some lug nuts in R14 radius, 14, whatever you want to call them, 14 by 1.5, and stuck them on. Took a wheel off. They were wrong. They weren't the right ones, and yeah, so ended up having to order some other lug nuts. The plan is to do a 1-piece lug nut instead of the 2-piece deal that I got with the lug studs. So ordered those from ESC or ECS, I can't remember what it's called. They came super fast, really quick. I got them on Saturday morning. Saturday in the mail, and came home, threw them on, and I had 3 lug nuts, and there's probably more, but I had 3 of the lug nuts where the chrome coating just came right off. Yeah, so I contacted them as I was torquing them down, and I know what they're gonna say. Well, you're not supposed to use an impact, blah blah blah, whatever. It didn't happen during installing them. I didn't use an impact. I used that little well, I guess I did use an impact. I used that little impact ratchet just to snug them all up, but the chrome started coming off when I was torquing them down. I torqued them down to 120 foot-pounds, and yeah, gas prices, even the gas prices, afraid of the gas price. But anyway, as I'm torquing them down, chrome was just coming off. You can just 3 of them for sure. The chrome cover, cap, whatever you want to call them, came right off. And yeah, and as you're torquing more down, you just hear like flaking, like the chrome's flaking. So anyway, so got all that stuff. Dark Side Development sent me the file to 3D print the air filter box. There's a little you cut the top of the box, air box, open, and you glue or epoxy this 3D printed deal on the top. They say that the way that the air excuse me, the way that the airbox is designed on these cars, there's no airflow. There's just it's just like a ram duct. So the air gets in there and channels, and it kind of blocks itself. So they say that if you have that cut out, the air will flow constantly through there. Anyway, so there's a video of that coming up. I don't know when, today, tomorrow, next day, I don't know. Anyway, yeah, so stuck that Pro-Ram air filter in there. You can kind of hear the turbo. A little bit of a whistle. And yeah, so if that wasn't enough, I decided to do the intercooler. Huge intercooler from Dark Side Development. Thing's massive compared to stock. They say it's 2.5 times larger, which I think it's probably a little more than that. It's probably a good 3 times larger, because the factory one is, I think, like 5 inches tall, and the thickness of it is probably 3 inches thick, maybe 3.5 inches thick, and this new one's 3 inches thick at least, and like 20 something inches tall. So anyway, it's pretty massive intercooler. So I threw that intercooler in. They don't really give you instructions on how to install it, but they give you some hardware. The hardware didn't do nothing. The hardware wasn't even the right size. Thankfully, I'm a bolt hoarder, so I had some extra bolts, and yeah, they're a weird size, also a weird thread. Not sure if it was metric or not, but I just found some flat hex head, or whatever you call it, socket head, basically Allen screws or Allen bolts. Anyway, yeah, so I did that, put that all in there as best I could, and it says that you might have to move some AC lines a little bit. Well, in order for it to sit flush or fit really nicely, you have to move the AC lines a lot. And yeah, so I started moving some AC lines, and there went my AC condenser. So I tore a slit in the where the high pressure side line goes in. I tore that whole adapter that's soldered or welded to the condenser, and I just ripped it off. Anyway, it is what it is. So thankfully, AutoZone had an AC condenser in stock. I don't know, in a different town, not my local AutoZone. So Saturday morning, drove out there, picked it up, came home, installed it, charged the AC, pulled vacuum on it and everything. Let it sit with negative pressure for a long time, 1.5 hours minimum, and needle never moved. So I know I got a good tight system. So yeah, I tried to fix the other AC condenser. I just couldn't get into the top and the bottom of the little adapter. I probably could have if I wanted to work at it longer, but I didn't want to risk it, so I just bought new. Anyway, yeah, so stuck all that in, and ended up throwing the front bumper and everything back on the car. Took the intercooler. I didn't like the way that it was sitting. Kind of sat at an angle up against the radiator, and ended up backing the screws and bolts off, whatever, and pulling it away from the radiator a little bit, just in case something happens. But so right now it's 72 degrees in Barstow, California, and I don't know, AC's blowing cold, so whatever. Yeah, yesterday washed the car, waxed it, and I don't remember what I was doing, and I saw the kids' tires were getting a little choppy, so it's like, we gotta rotate those. So we rotated the tires, and pull the front wheels off. Decided to check the brakes. Check the brakes, and needs new pads. So got those on order. So when I get home, we'll do some brake pads, and gonna do some work to the swamp cooler. Just gonna change the pads, evaporative cooler, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, so I gotta do some of that pad stuff, and then my wife has some shelving units coming that we'll have to either she can assemble, because they're coming on Friday. They were supposed to come next week when I'm off, so now they're gonna be here on Friday. Anyway, so I'm gonna tear her storage room apart and do all that. So I already got a busy week scheduled, and yeah, and I don't know when the front hub stub, I don't know what it's called. I don't know when that's going to be in for this car, and the seal. There's a seal kit. I don't know. I got no information. They just told me 4 weeks. So yeah, so I'm just taking it easy on this bad mama jamma, my bad mama jamma car. Really liking this car. Oh yeah, gotta change the oil, and now that I got right lug nuts, I'll take it to get tires rotated and balanced. So yeah, got a lot on my plate already, and hasn't even started. And I didn't get any time to work on the project in the backyard. And no, it has nothing to do with my barn, although I did clean most of it out, and I have my tractor and my truck parked in there now. So anyway, yep. So this is where we'll be working come August, September. I'm working in Yermo, California, Liberty Sculpture Park, whatever that, whatever. Yeah. So, all right, guys, I'm gonna focus on driving because I'm doing 95, and let me slow down. So we'll see you on the next video. Thanks for watching. Comment, subscribe. Let me know what you guys think. Oh, I did tighten this finally. It's been bugging me forever. It was loose. So check that off my list. Alright, we'll see you in the next video. You guys let me know if you guys want to see something, or if you guys got questions. Comment below. And then when I get home, we'll do an overall average miles per gallon. If this intercooler's working, I know it's working. Yeah, I know it is, because I feel it. I feel it in the pedal. That pedal. Alright guys, see you in the next video.